What's going on, good people? Kieron here.
Rachel here. Welcome back to another episode of the Culture Garden podcast. We are knee deep into February, Black History Month, aka Love Month, here at the Culture Garden. What's going on, Kyron? Are you feeling the black
Not,
love?
I'm feeling the black love. You might have seen on my story. Regal does classic movies every single
Mhm.
month or timely movies. So obviously, with it being February, they're doing a lot of romance movies. Um, but every month they do a different theme, so it's always good if you want to check out some classics. And of course, I had to check out the Photograph, underrated film. I never saw it in theaters. If you remember our Photograph episode, that was
We
my first
do.
time catching it in theaters,
Uh-huh.
and it was cool. It still holds up. I know I like it more than most,
Hmm.
but I rock with the Photograph. I miss Love and Basketball. They played that this month.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, they always had that, and it's pretty cool. You know what, the one I really missed that I wanted to watch in the theaters was How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Mm,
I wasn't able to make it, but y'all know that's my movie.
for sure.
That's something we'll have to talk outside of the month of February about. But shout out to Black Love.
For
Shout out to
sure.
fourth annual Romance Month coming to a close.
Hmm.
Feels like we just started, but we've had some good conversations. Have plenty relationship goals, which is not what we were expecting, but still a fun conversation.
Yeah.
Squeeze in some Black Real Awards, but we'll be
Hmm.
back to regular schedule next week. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. But with this being the last episode for the month of February, that means that the next time you hear us, someone will have had a birthday that passed.
Ooh.
So please make sure y'all stop, y'all show some love.
For sure.
Sunday, the great, the infamous, the one and only Ray P was
Come on,
placed
dog.
into this world, and
I
she is
was.
here, and she has been a blessing in
Mhm.
my life since 2005, y'all.
Crazy.
That's how long we've been rocking.
For sure.
And been super tight ever since. So shout out to Rachel. Happy birthday to you. Of course, I'll
Thank
talk to
you.
you on your actual birthday and around it, but want to make sure everybody else shows some love as well.
Thank
Um,
y'all. Thank y'all in advance.
Shout out to the speaking of, while we showering Ray P with love.
Oh
I
Lord.
randomly texted Rachel earlier this week because I don't have the brother's name in front of me. But to my amusement, what made it funny, Rachel, is the time of it. It
Yeah.
was like it was like 7:15 in the morning,
Yeah.
and I get a random alert on my phone. It was a comment on YouTube from our Juice episode. We did Juice like in 2023, y'all. Like I don't even know how long
Oh
ago we did
damn.
Juice. So somebody commented on our Juice episode and said, I came here from Spotify just so I can see what Ray P looked like. I'm about to go to Instagram next. And I sent it to Rachel. Shout out to her, man.
Shout out to you.
I felt like shout out to Malcolm X. Yeah, that brother starving. Like 7:15 in the morning. I'm like, he was on his mind. He said,
You could have
I
worked
came from
hard.
Spotify. Hey, he said, hey, listen, I had to stop and come see what Ray P. Hey, what's Ray P talking about? I'm about to go to Instagram next, all that. And Instagram a little bit more, difficult to unlock. But that's a whole nother story for another day.
One of these days
But
I'm gonna have to open it, but
good luck. Good luck. Have fun. That shit gonna be crazy. You're gonna be sick. You already sick of social media. You're gonna be sick
my
of it then.
God today.
Um, but today, as we wrap up Romance
Yeah.
Month, there will be spoilers and explicit content, and we're here to talk about the 2022 animated film Intergalactic. The synopsis: Jabari is a charming, sweetwear-clad artist on the cusp of real success. After a chance run-in with his cool new photographer neighbor, Meadow, Jabari has to figure out whether he can make space for love in his life. This was a pivot from what we
Mhm.
originally were going to discuss. Rachel and myself had a movie planned and lined up, but we weren't really committed to it. We were open to a different idea. On Sunday, I reached out to Rachel and gave her two additional ideas. Um, and then she hit me with well, which one do you want to do? And she had never seen Intergalactic. And
Mhm.
I personally have seen it, but in pieces. I never really, after watching it, getting ready for this, I realized I never sat down and watched it from start to finish.
Mhm.
But I always said I was very familiar with the first 45, not the last 45. But This is a movie, and I've never really talked to you about it, Rachel. This is a movie that gets requested. I don't really get a ton of requests where people run up and say, "Hey, can you guys talk about this?" That doesn't really
Mhm.
happen. And y'all know we keep everything. You don't know what we're talking about until the episode releases. I kind of like it that way.
Yeah.
But Intergalactic is one of the films since it came out that I've had multiple people reach out and
Really?
say, "Hey, can you talk about this? I love that movie." I've never run into anybody that didn't like it. And just recently, shout out to Jordan.
Jordan.
Jordan been a day one Culture Garden supporter.
Mhm.
She had said, "Hey, can y'all do Intergalactic for Romance Month?" Um, and here we are. So it just kind of was like one of those things that have been lingering. It's a different. I think it's our first animated film on Culture Garden. Period. Am
Yeah.
I mistaken by that? Yeah,
I
this is the first
don't
time
think
we've
that
done
you
it.
are. You
Yeah,
know I
and
don't
we're
watch no
100.
damn cartoons.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what makes it interesting. That's what makes it interesting. And we're 143 episodes in, and this is our first one. So just kind of made sense. So that's how we got to Intergalactic, and I thought it would be a cool, different way to kind of end Romance Month
Mhm.
and have an overall conversation. It's a unique film to talk about, and we'll talk about the origin and break it down in chapters when we have the convo. But obviously, it's a Netflix film, so that's where you can catch it on streaming. Released September 30th, 2022. The same date or same actually the birthday of the late great Virgil Abloh.
Mm.
It was dedicated. This film's dedicated in his honor. He did all of the designs for the clothes
Oh,
in the
okay.
film.
That's
So
what's
literally,
up.
the background, the extra, if you talked or not, every single animated character, he designed their outfit.
Wow.
Um, and in dedication of him, they released it on his birthday. The director was Fletcher Mules, if I'm saying his last name correctly. It had three writers: Issa Edelman, who a writer and creator of How to Make It in America. If anybody watched that, had one season on HBO, a
Mhm.
cult classic, critically acclaimed. One of those shows that people are still upset that got canceled after one season. Um, so one of those HBO series that kind of it could have had legs, but they cut it short. She also was, or excuse me, they were also part of the Vince Staples show.
Okay.
You have Maurice Williams, who was a writer creator of Vince Staples show as well, and then Issa Lewis, who wrote an episode of Wayne's Brother, worked on Black AF. Kenya
My
Barris is
show.
an executive.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's your show. Kenya Barris is executive producer on this film. Um, Issa worked on Blackish, DR from Detroit, our shit. We
Mhm.
talked about that, and also Grownish. So you have a lot of these three writers. I'm looking at everything they're a part of, and it's good. It's good work. And
Yeah.
they're part of successful writing rooms. So it made sense that the story kind of flowed the way it did. And we don't have anything about budget. It was Netflix. They don't really release things like that. And obviously, no theater information. It did win an NAACP Image Award for
Okay.
outstanding writing in a television movie or special. It won a Primetime Emmy for outstanding individual achievement in animation from Mavis Ruiz Cruz. The animation in this film was phenomenal,
For
in my
sure.
opinion. And then it was nominated for 3 Black Reel Television Awards. No
Okay.
wins, but 3 nominations. Outstanding Television Movie or Limited Series, Outstanding Musical Score, Outstanding Original Song for Angel.
Mm.
I'm going to get through the cast, and then we'll go through our normal conversation.
For
Kid
sure.
Cudi as Jabari. He
Mhm.
actually he did the music first, because this is his film. Did the music first and then did the storyboard for it. But he played Jabari, Jessica Williams. Shout out to Shrinking
Shout out to Shrinking.
um,
Uh-huh.
as Meadow. Laura Harrier as Carmen. Ty Dolla $ign as Kai. Timothy Chalamet as Jimmy. We have Vanessa Hudgens as Karina. The legendary Keith David as Mr. Rager, excuse me. And then we also have voice appearances from Jaden Smith as Jordan, Macaulay Culkin as Downtown Pat, Kenya Barris, excuse me, as the art moderator, and Tiana Taylor as the boxing instructor. So a lot of names in this film.
For
Voice
sure.
acting seems like easy work. If I was, matter of fact, we've talked about this before. Could be voice actors. I think both
You
of us could get that done. No, both.
yeah.
I'm not just talking about me. You could too.
So you've got a good voice.
I appreciate that. I'm writing. I ain't tell you. I'm gonna talk to you about it later. I'm gonna write something.
Okay.
You're gonna be involved in it.
Oh.
Shout out to Ryan Coogler. You can get
Okay.
involved with that. Um, I got a character for you to play.
Oh Lord. That's
Rachel.
what he said. Uh-huh.
It might be difficult for you to answer this question because this is your first time watching it.
Mhm.
Was it classic or not? What do you think?
Okay. No.
Okay.
But potentially strong replay value.
Mm-hmm.
Let it get some more legs. So not an instant classic, but I can see where the argument could be made down the line.
Absolutely. Absolutely. People love this film, as I mentioned. And we'll talk about it when we get to the end of the episode as far as the rankings and the ratings. It's rated higher than a lot of your favorite rom-coms or romance films. I think that's part of the animation. There's a different crowd. It's hard to
Mm-hmm.
explain because the story is a story. Let me just ask you this up front. Does this work for you live action? Or does it work because obviously there's a different movie because you can't do most of the kind of animated, spaced out, floating in the clouds type of montages and
Mm-hmm.
sequences. But the
But you can
overall
put together a
storyline,
montage. I don't
I'm
need
about
to
to say
be
you could
floating
put
in
something
clouds.
together. So yeah,
Yeah.
yes. What do you think? Would you? Do I want to say prefer? Would you like
Yes.
to see it as a
Yes.
live
As
action?
live action real people. Yes. You
Hmm.
know, you know, I did enjoy this. I truly, truly did. Like I said, very high replay value. I will watch it again. But it took me midway through the first chapter before I was over there. What the fuck is this?
I figured. I figured. You know what would be a great television or a great, I guess, content?
What?
In my opinion, I would love to set up a camera when you're watching something for the first time.
Mm.
So especially
Hmm.
stuff that I know is gonna get a reaction out of you. Like if we could have seen your reaction watching Queen and Slim,
Oh Jesus.
just to kind of see how you navigate through a movie. Because I
Mhm.
know you well enough to know like animated ain't really Rachel's thing. So I was excited for the conversation just from that perspective. But I also was wondering what your thoughts were and how long it took you. I had no idea whether or not you were going to say you liked it or you said, "Hey, it's cool," but it wasn't all that. But I do agree with you. I think it's weird, similar to what you mentioned about Have Plenty last week. It works
Mhm.
in its own way, where I do think part of the mystique and why people like it is because it is animated. Um, but it could work 100% as a live action film.
For sure. For
So yeah.
sure. Just for me and my taste, I really am turning into my mama. Oh my God. But but I think I would live action seeing physical people would have held my attention a little bit better to kick it off. And I'm saying that, and I'm saying I don't like cartoons, this, that, and the third, but I actually love Spider-Verse, Miles Morales. I
Yeah, yeah,
love
yeah, yeah.
that. But I think because I know what that is, I'm not biased by it being cartoon. You know
And,
what I'm saying?
and we were in our generation, we were introduced to Spider-Man in cartoon form. Like the
Right.
first Spider-Man was when we were teenagers or close to
Hmm.
it, with Tobey Maguire. So it's easy to adapt to that because that's what you were. We expect Spider-Man to be a cartoon, not
Right.
a love story.
Right.
So it does make it a little bit different. So I can understand that. And Into the Spider-Verse, both of the movies were incredible. Two of the
Yeah.
best movies, regardless of it being animated. I remember the first year we covered Black Reel Awards. Into the Spider-Verse was nominated for Best Picture,
Hmm.
and it's that good.
Yeah. No, it is. It is. I appreciate that. Go ahead. I forgot what I was about to say.
Okay, no, you good, you good. So I just want to kind of talk about the origin. I
Mhm.
mentioned so a lot of um, I won't say degrees of separation, but a lot of overlap where people worked with each other. I mentioned about Once Upon a Time, not Once Upon a Time in America, but made it How to Make It in America. Kid
Mhm.
Cudi was on that show, and Ian Edelman was part of it as well. And in 2019, Netflix announced that Cudi and Edelman were going to create Intergalactic, which is an adaptation of the album Intergalactic, and it was going to be a live action series.
Mm.
So when you see
Yeah.
the
There will
chapters were
be
kind of meant to
episodes.
be, they were going to be episodes, just kind of
Mhm.
episodes. And Kid Cudi even wanted to continue the story and have additional seasons, but Netflix, I guess they said the streaming numbers weren't what they expected, so they didn't want to put anything behind it, which is weird because once again, everybody that I've talked to loves this film. Netflix doesn't really release their numbers, so it's
Mhm.
hard to tell what kind of data is available. I'm sure the people involved got it, but I'm not sure how many people liked it or watched it. But it is very fascinating.
But 2022, I vaguely remember some promo or discussion, but it wasn't rampant. I don't think it was a super magnanimous press release. You know what I'm saying? I don't
Yeah,
remember
it wasn't. Yeah,
Cuddy hitting the junket. So, when you promote, ooh, look at me, dogging myself. When you promote, when you point one finger, it's three more pointing back at you.
that's what they say. That's what they say. I'm weak.
People watching, So, like I said,
Shout
I
out to
had
the
heard of the
self-awareness.
movie, but I had never even gotten any feedback. But now this is something aside from us covering it. I'm like, oh, you can put that on. This is good. But
Yeah,
I would have
and
never
it's
thought about it
great. Yeah, it's great background.
for
It's a great
sure.
background movie. Which, as I
Mhm.
mentioned earlier, I watched it primarily the first 2 or 3 times as background. I wasn't really
Mhm.
paying attention. You catch the first 45, um, and then you back to playing cards or doing whatever. But it was something that's cool just to have on. And I remember when it dropped because I remember Kid Cudi, I remember animated, and I remember the design looked cool, but I didn't hear
Mhm.
anything else about it. I didn't know all of these people. I don't think I didn't even know who voiced most of these people. I knew who voiced Carmen, I knew who voiced Meadow, but I didn't know Timothy Chalamet was a part of this until I actually did the research getting ready for this episode.
Mhm.
And I knew Top Dollar Sign, of course, because it's very distinctive. Macaulay Culkin, I had no idea that was him.
Right.
I had no idea Tiana had that little role in there. So yeah, a lot of that. Vanessa Hudgens, same thing.
Okay. See, I didn't know who and I don't want to say it like that. I still don't know who Laura Harrier is, but
So you seen her? She does the voice in the Beyond the Spider Verse as well. And recently, this is
okay.
not related, but she had that when everybody was calling Shamik weird on the internet. Shamik Moore, is that his name? Yeah, they were calling him weird on the internet because of something he did. It had something to do with lore. She had made this
Oh, is that Shaolin
video.
Fantastic?
Yeah, she had made that video about like, oh, he being weird. I don't know why he posted this picture of me. I'm
Mhm.
engaged. That whole thing. So that's her.
I don't know what you're talking about, but
I thought I remember it being a thing, man. I try to stay
I don't
away from
know
the
what
internet
that
for these
is.
moments.
But
But she
as
said,
as soon as I
prior to
heard
that movie.
Meadow, I was like, "Is that Jessica Williams?" And I had to immediately
Hmm.
Google because I am obviously watching Shrinking right now, and it's something about her voice. I love people who have a distinct voice. Like, oh, okay, I know who that is.
Absolutely. Did you watch Mike on Hulu with Trevante Rhodes?
No,
Okay. I
what's
try
that?
to right, so you hilarious. It was about Mike Tyson. Laura Harrier played Robin Gibbons in the movie.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
trying to
I
see if
kept
you
saying I was
remember
gonna
her.
watch that, but I never
She
got
was
to
in
it.
she was in Black Klansman as well.
Okay, I have seen that.
Okay, Patrice. Yeah. So either way, one of my favorite things is when I'm in your position and I tell a motherfucker I don't know somebody and they rattle off all this stuff to try to get me to know them, and I still look at them and say I don't know that person, and I'm just doing it to you right now. So I think that's hilarious.
I appreciate. I can take it. Look, it's few things that I don't know, so
Fair. That's a true statement.
I can
That's a
take
true
it.
statement.
I can take it.
Um, but yeah, that's pretty much like I said. It was Kenya Barris. I don't know if I said this already. He was the
Mhm.
one that told Cuddy like, "Nah, make this animated." Like,
That's what's
I know,
up.
I know you like the live action portion of this, but I think because the whole idea was to have an animated segment,
Hmm.
be a part of it and kind of weave in the world, but not be the main story. And King was like, "Nah, that's a story right there." I think this is kind of the things you can do with it are much broader,
For sure.
and less complicated.
For sure.
And the cast that you get, they're voice acting, so you can get all of these people in this film
Hmm.
without having to spend a big budget on it. So it made sense. What were you about to say? My bad.
No, I was just gonna say it's a great concept. It's a
Yeah,
great
for sure.
concept. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at it being a cartoon. Is this fucking anime?
Absolutely. You know what?
Parts of
I'm not
it,
that.
or some sect of it.
Yeah, because I'm not. It looks like it, but I don't want to disrespect the anime community. I know they're real
Yeah.
serious and real in depth about their anime.
Okay.
I
Yes.
do know that DNEG Animation in London,
Mm-hmm.
they drew it, they handled everything, they co-produced it. I know they used like a 3D map of New York, and the story was actually inspired by what a lot of people consider the greatest rom-com or the father or mother of rom-coms, which was When Harry Met Sally.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people give it credit for this modern day launch. And I know we discussed that on, even Love and Basketball was inspired by When Harry Met Sally. Ryan Coogler
I
recently,
was
and we
just
didn't
about
talk.
to say, ask if
Go
you
ahead, go
saw
ahead,
that.
Rachel.
No, I was going to ask
Go
if
ahead.
you saw that he wants to make a rom com or his version of a When Harry Met Sally.
When I tell you that made my day
I meant to
because
text it to you.
yeah, and I saw it too when I was gonna text it to you. I need to post it on the Culture Garden page as well. I, I don't mean to beat the dead horse. However, we talked about these romantic movies and those rom coms
Mm-hmm.
that we want to see more black people in. And with Ryan Coogler being Ryan Coogler and then having yet to miss,
Mm-hmm.
I just think that he has the eye and the cast that he can put together
Mm-hmm.
and uh, put a story in place
For sure.
for us.
For sure.
I can't wait. I don't know when it's going to be. It's not like he said that's my next thing. I know he's working on X-Files. I know he has Black Panther 3. So it's
Mm-hmm.
not something we'll get anytime soon. But when it does happen, here for it.
For
I think it's
sure.
going to be phenomenal. It made me
For
excited for
sure.
sure. Made me excited. All right. As we get into first experiences, you kind of talked about that, and we both did. And I think we can just kind of dig into the movie now
Okay.
and just talk about the things that work and the story overall. So as I mentioned, because it was written as a mini series or a TV
Mhm.
series, I'm going to just kind of recap these chapters, and we're going to have
Okay.
a conversation as we go along. So for all the listeners out there, so chapter 1, we have Dog Whistle. We meet Jabari,
Mm-hmm.
and I think part of the reason why this works is we all like to see, especially animation, right? So Childish Grown Up, shout out to them, shout out to Mo,
Because
Mia, Ash.
mm-hmm.
They always talk about or the Hey Arnold bedroom.
Yeah.
Cartoon and just a cool ass bedroom. You got the glass skylight, whatever you want to call it, and that's the same with this apartment that we see Jabari moving into. Just a loft, not for New York. Who
Mm-hmm.
knows how much he's paying? I know Jimmy mentioned it's a 1% ass apartment because
They
he's
said
in
it's in
Manhattan.
Manhattan.
He's in Manhattan. He's got the tall glass, with a little patio looking down on the city and the street. In New York, that's who knows, that could be worth a
Mm-hmm.
million for all we know. I know he's probably not pulling that from being a comic book person, but it's just a cool setting. And we meet his friends, and we meet this girl in the elevator who we don't know who she is, but it kind of cross paths without crossing paths as he's moving in his car's figurine. And as he's riding to get Chinese food, we get the X, we get Carmen, and you have that moment. And once again, it's funny because it's animated, but you look at it as live action, where that's
Mm-hmm.
happened, where you just kind of out, and all of a sudden, we don't know the details. If they didn't tell us it was an X, like which they put
Yeah.
it up on the screen, you kind of put it together, and you see them have that moment where you can almost put together, oh, you haven't seen each other in a while.
Yeah.
And you catching up on life, and now you're doing big things. We kind of talked about it last week with Having,
Mm-hmm.
where last time I saw you, you was house sitting and homeless. Now you got a screenplay and people trying to pay you millions.
Yeah.
She asked, you still selling sneakers? Nah, actually, I moved to Manhattan. I'm working
Mm-hmm.
for Cosmic Comics. Like, oh shit, all right, well, we should get a drink sometime. And I want to ask you, Rachel, you don't really get a sign of why this didn't work out. It kind of looks like, that's interesting. Y'all got some pretty good chemistry. Did you feel the same way?
I did think that they had decent chemistry in this scene and then in subsequent. However, they are vastly different. And I know nobody knows more than me, opposites attract. But I would not put them together. You know what I'm saying? You can look at a couple that doesn't seem like they go, but be like, I could see it. Once you close your eye, close one eye and squint with the other. Them, I never got that,
Really?
Um,
Okay.
maybe they meet, look at me giving backstory. Maybe they met in college. mutual friend group or friends of friends in the friend group, and we get together. But they never gave cohesion to me. Like, I don't really see that.
Got you.
Cute.
All
They
right,
just
I like
cute. They
that.
just attractive. That don't always
That's
work.
fair. That's fair. You're absolutely right. You are 100% right when it comes to that. Does not always work, and it's probably why it ended. But you can tell like, there's some genuine love there because
Yeah.
she really was excited for him and all the moves he was making. And then he had that long stop and glare before he went about his day, so you knew like, all right, cool. And then they get back to his crib when we meet Kai and Jimmy, which are his friends, and the dog whistle conversation comes up. Do you believe in this? When everything's going right, here come that ex trying to fuck up your life.
Yes, to a degree.
To a degree, there is. If you don't, you have to be prepared for the things that you are praying for and manifesting. And if you still have that baggage around, it's going to get in the way of what's meant for you or is coming your way. And for real. And that's something I
Ouch.
not to get too anecdotal. I'm telling y'all, hey, Rich did that, so hopefully you don't have to go through that. Let's put it like that. All right. But there is something to that.
For sure.
There is something to at the random, worst possible moment. You hear from somebody, and you already, and we'll talk about it later. You can't even hit them with the yo. I really don't like. It wasn't even that because it already looked too funny. It already looked too funny. But that conversation was interesting, and Jabari gets on IG and slides in those DMs for the drink, and we see him leaving and entering this bar. We actually see Meadow and Karina leaving out once again. Glimpses of her. She's around, but he doesn't know.
Right.
He's involved with Carmen, and they having a night. And she said, "We're gonna celebrate. We're gonna celebrate." They taking shots, and Rachel, I'm sure you knew how this was gonna end.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know. I'm sure everybody's been here where you with someone that you got an attraction to or might have some history with. Y'all celebrating, and it goes from one drink. And it reminded me a little bit of my favorite episode of Insecure.
For sure.
Where when they get to the bar, she knows what he wants and he's saying what she wants. And she said, no, it's a new version. Almost to the T. Because remember, Issa was drinking the whiskey with the Prosecco with the whiskey. And then she changed it to, no, it was Prosecco with vodka. Then she changed it to Prosecco with whiskey. And it's almost around the Carmen, like, no, I'm just doing this now. So it's like, okay. Once again, the history's there. And they kick it. And it's as my nigga Jabari said, when the Remy hits the system. Now I do want to ask you about this wake up.
Okay.
Once again, we're not getting too anecdotal today. But I'm sure every adult has kind of had one of those nights and then woke up in that bed and thinking to yourself like, what the fuck is going on? I never expected to be back in this bed. And I ain't gonna hold you. If I'm waking up and you handed me the phone with your mom's on it,
that was insane.
That was
insane. First off,
why are you telling her I'm here?
Why are you telling her I'm here? There's no way. RPC here. I would be like, oh yeah, such and such is here. Such and such, yes. But somebody I haven't seen in umpteen months, years, whatever reason for the breakup, no matter how cool we were, that I'm in your house, in your bed this morning. No. Even if your mom organically called while we were out, it's like, oh, such and such, that's different. But the morning after a celebratory night, we trying to room still spinning. I'm up. You done went for a run because you rejuvenated. Ma'am, don't put that mom on that phone. Are you crazy?
Yeah, don't put that mom on my phone. And you can tell his whole mood was like, nah, bro, what we doing? Even when she hit him with the, so you stay? He said, oh no, I'm out.
I'm out.
Don't get this twist.
You're
I'm
doing
gone.
too much.
Yeah, you talking about, do I have a suit for your niece's christening? Like, why you got me talking to your mama? Don't make me turn into that person.
But you know what happened? You on that phone yapping with your mom while you out on your run. Mom, look who I ran to. Look who got their shit together. Jabari.
Great point.
We always liked Jabari. He just was a starving artist. You know, he just was
Yeah.
on Ty's couch or something. You know what I'm saying? So now I meet you again and you done moved on up and you still look good and we still fit good. Mine look horrible mistake. But I understand how she got there.
Understood. Yeah, we all been there. Like I said, I think any red-blooded adult has had a moment where you're just like, oh shit. One thing leads to another. And like I said, it was a place that you told yourself you were never gonna go back to, and then it's like,
For
oh, I'm
sure.
back. I'm
For
back
sure.
here. You can see the kind of, I know it was animated, so we don't talk much about expression acting and things of that nature, but you could see in the animation the awkwardness and the hey man, we gotta talk. Yeah, all that shit. So and gotta shout out my nigga Lou. Shout out to Spike Lou, man.
Hi, Spike Lou.
Only reason is because they saw that Mr. Rager and she said this was my favorite, and she asked that nigga to take them pictures. And Spike Lou infamously has PTSD from his ex-girl, asking him to take pictures. And
shout out to Another Week in the Books.
That shit was hilarious in real time.
Spike Lou is insane, by the way.
He is nuts. He said, I'd rather pay for a photographer than take 52 pictures.
That's
and
crazy.
ruin date night. Shout out to him, man. I just thought that was funny because that's exactly how it is. You only took one, take more. Take 15. I need options.
I need options. I gotta see. Yeah. It's the live
Turn
on.
The flash on.
It's the flash
all of that, like all of that. And if you ain't prepared for that, I can see how you could just be like, yo, what the fuck is going on? And this damn truck that fucked up my fit.
Bruh.
So
I'm dirty. But, you know. Hepatitis from this water. Meningitis.
And I love Carmen because that's what people who are exes but are still in a good spot do. You throw them little, take this picture, I gotta use it for my profile since I'm single and all that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. I see what you're trying to do.
You liken this to Insecure, but my initial thought was Love Brooklyn.
Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense.
I can't remember Nicole Bahari's character. And Andre Highlands. I can't remember that character's names right now, but just that relationship, these exes, we can't figure out what the situation is, what the scenario is, but here's this chemistry. Here is this familiarity and something that fits and this comfort.
It's got to be frustrating to not be able to figure it out when
for sure.
When everybody else can see it. It's right there. We saw it.
Yeah.
As viewers. And when we talked about that film, the one thing that was great about it was they didn't necessarily need to give us too much backstory. We knew something was going on. I know it took me a little bit longer. You saw it from the table from the very first time they were at that dinner. And I said it took me a couple scenes, but it was right there. Roger and Casey. The name of that movie. But shout out to Love Brooklyn, and you are absolutely right. That is a great comparison between the two. And I don't know. As I watch and I see him with the, I'm just not in the space right now. I can understand him, like just trying to. I think it would make more sense for us if we knew why they broke up in the first place. Maybe it was the whole starving artist. You don't have enough going on, or maybe it was something else. But him just saying, you know what, I'm in a new place. I just moved. I got all this stuff going on. This isn't good for me. But we can be friends, and that we can be friends conversation is always hit or miss.
For sure. Because I'm never speaking to you again.
We'll talk about it when we get to another conversation between them. Yeah. So that's pretty much chapter 1. So we just kind of, it's really the Jabari chapter, just kind of figuring out what he got going on, his ex, and just he's starting a new life. Did you have anything else to say about it before we move on to chapter 2?
Nope. Good chapter.
So chapter 2, Bright, White, and Light. We meet Meadow for a brief moment. We still don't know her name. We just know she's the girl that we've been seeing for a couple scenes. You get the earthy vibe. She got the sage. She got the mini Ripperton vinyl. She got the weed, the meditation. So you understand what type of woman this is. The locks. Probably does yoga. Loves some good matcha. You know what I mean? Just he's giving you all of that.
For
right
sure.
there in Manhattan. Um, Jabari and the fellas, they having a night out. Jimmy being laid out at work that next morning reminded me of how Rachel we really had a time in our lives
For sure.
where we could go out and kick it like that and be at an office at 9 a.m. or be in somebody's store doing whatever at 9 a.m.
Class.
Fucked up. Class, like don't know how you there, knocked out, dead tired, but you show up
Uh-huh.
anyway.
Uh-huh.
Even we were shit, our 4 for 4 night when we 4 for 4, we both had to work that next day. Like, and that's when we was like entering the tail end of
For
our time.
sure.
Yeah, we kicked it. So all of that shit, man, I know what that night feels like. But it also felt like a. I want to ask you about this.
Uh-huh.
They say that's the one thing about New York, and I know other cities are like that, but New York is specifically is just you can go outside and anything can happen. Your
Mm-hmm.
night can turn into anything. It can lead to this, to that, to that. But you are not the biggest New York fan, correct?
Correct.
What is it? What is it about New York that just doesn't draw you in like other cities?
What I have realized and finally come to understand, I think I am just I don't want to say a small town girl.
Mm,
I am a smaller city person. And I appreciate New York for what it has, quote unquote. Um, culture, history, this that, and the third, but it's dirty.
it is
I
very
don't
dirty.
like that. Charlotte is very clean. And for y'all, most of y'all don't know. When I left Ohio, I moved to South Carolina first. A very, very, very rural town. And then I moved to Charlotte. And it was like a stark contrast. I don't know. I want to see somewhere where it's beautiful. I don't need a concrete jungle. I give me
Mm,
some greenery where I
yeah,
can sit down somewhere and the trash ain't sitting out all day and it ain't no rats. Even though I absolutely adore New Orleans and it do got rats, but oh, New Orleans,
but it's a
but
different vibe than New
but
York for sure.
it's a totally different vibe. That's all.
Understood. I feel like New York because you like a good adventure,
Yeah, I
and
love
I
an
always
adventure.
just yeah, and I just felt like New York would be a New York night. Who knows where the stories could lead with you? But I know you're just not a fan, so it always
Yeah,
fascinating. I never asked you why.
yeah. I could do a night like it's not somewhere where I would be like I want to live here. I I said I
Oh
like
yeah,
small cities, but like I could live in Chicago. I could live in New Orleans. I would not want to live in New York.
understood. I can understand that. I can definitely understand that.
Mhm.
It's a little too much. Like even just traveling boroughs is means it's almost similar to traveling states. So I'm like,
Mhm.
yo, it shouldn't be this much work to get from point A to point B.
Yeah,
But
and
they
you
got
don't
their own
want to do in
system and
that
everything
train.
else. I know you ain't doing the train. I don't see you on nobody's subway. So yeah, I can understand that. We get Jabari at work. We meet Lynn. Just a good old classic.
Mhm.
Hey, what you did out there is cool, but we don't do that in here. We
Yeah.
want white, light, and bright. That
Mhm.
dark edgy shit, leave it out of here. Just a coworker hating. I didn't even know who Lynn was at first, and then I found out he was a coworker. Like, get the fuck out of my office, bro. Like, why are you here? And I'm already laid out from the night before, bro. I ain't trying
Yeah.
to hear none of this. We can talk later. I don't even know your name for real. And we see that Jabari falls asleep at the office, and he has a nightmare
Mhm.
about Mr. Rager becoming light, bright, and white,
Mhm.
changing the outfits, chasing them. It's all a big metaphor for it. Jabari wakes up from this nightmare, goes home, tries to get some rest. And I don't know if anybody's had this happen where you just dead tired
Yeah.
and you can't get the sleep that you want. Because for one, I got this delivery dude buzzing
Mhm.
on the wrong door as I'm trying to doze off. Then the next thing you know, I got this loud ass music. And yes, it is Friday night as we come to
Mhm.
find out, but I don't care. I'm dead tired and I can't do anything about it. We see Jabari get up and go over to the neighbor's house to see who's hosting it. We meet Reed, and Reed
Mhm.
was on some bullshit, but he sees Meadow, and it's an instant. Everybody in the room disappeared.
Love
All
that.
I see is you.
Mhm.
Didn't even know what to say. For a moment, she's saying hello, like, can I help you? Things like that in a polite way. and they found out their neighbors, and it was just instant chemistry.
Yeah.
Instant chemistry. And
Love
when you got a nigga grinning and saying shit like have a ball or whatever he was talking, that's how you know you got that nigga. Because he was completely out of it. He knew it. He's like, damn. And even old girl Karina was on it too. Like, yo, man, it's your neighbor, we good. Because I didn't know who Reed was at first.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know Reed was like her dude or whatever the case was. But he tried to present himself like he was somebody important. But you can tell by her reaction that
right,
this dude just here. Like
he's just here. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I love laughing a nigga out his drawers.
I wanted to ask you how you fucking with you. I wanted to ask you, are you a knock on the door person, Rachel? If shit is too loud and it's too late, are you getting up and are you knocking? Are you saying, hey, I need to turn this down? You calling the police? Like, what are you doing?
People are fucking crazy. I'm not knocking on nobody's door. I don't know. I fuck around and be shot up. No. I don't know. They probably won't hear it. I might hit a bang on the window, or like not the window, but the wall, if that. But no. But I never had that problem because I was always gone traveling, and I live in a townhouse, so I never hear my neighbors unless they're doing like demo in the house.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't, for one, where I live, I don't really hear my neighbors, and two, like it's not really that deep. I don't think I've ever been in a situation where it was annoying or disrupting something that I had going on. And like you said, people are crazy. You never know.
As hell.
You never know what's going on. And in that situation, if I open my door and I see the parties and spilled out into the hallway, like on some dorm type shit, then I can kind of feel a little bit more comfortable. Like, well, for one, I might look at it and say, oh, y'all wilding. Y'all wilding out here for real. But I'm not trying to be the fun police.
Right. Because it is a Friday night.
It is a Friday night. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I would understand that it's a Friday night. I'm not trying to be fun police. We live in Manhattan. I'd expect those type of things in New York.
For sure.
Like on any given night, anything could be going on.
For sure.
But Jabari was just in a mood, and you could just tell. And one of the best things he did was go over to that house because he saw Meadow. And that leads us to chapter 3, Secret Spot, which is where I think this is where the film kind of picks up. So if you weren't into it by then, this is the moment where it gets going
for sure.
Exactly. So Jabari rubbing one out, as we see. Meadow knocks on the door and he sees her, and obviously tries to play it cool. And she like, yo, man, I'm my bad. First of all, real player shit by Meadow. I ain't gonna hold you. Real player shit. You talk about laughing the niggas off his jaws, charming the nigga out of his jaws too. That happens.
For sure.
Very thoughtful, considerate. You can tell one thing I liked about the character of Meadow. You can tell she was genuine, whereas Carmen didn't seem as such. And it's not like they gave us an example. It's just energy. It's just vibes, as they say.
Yeah.
You can tell Meadow was just on some, yo, my bad about last night. Hopefully everything was cool. And you get, banter. Banter, as they say, is an underrated skill. And they talking about Drew Hill. Now Jabari tripping. Drew Hill, especially that album, goes.
Sure.
But they had a nice little banter about music, and she wants to take him to lunch.
Right now.
Right now. Like, and I, as a man, I can identify just the stupidity. Like, you just kind of sitting there looking dumb. Oh, you mean right now? Yeah. Okay, then bet. Let me get myself together. And this part, I know we're making comparisons about the film. They go to a restaurant, and she says it's her secret spot. And I thought about If Beale Street Could Talk.
Okay. Ooh.
When we talk about Tish and Fonnie.
And
there's a moment where there's a scene in the middle of the film where Tish just talks about being in Fonnie's world.
Yeah.
Like, it's not necessarily, she's just along for the ride, and she gets to see that version of him. Not the one that's her, her man or whatever the case is. She just gets to see how he is, even if he wasn't around. And that's just something, that intimacy, that this is my secret spot. Like, that's a big deal. You don't take that lightly, and you can tell when it's just a game. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, yeah, I 100% agree. And just kind of circling back to shout out Meadow for that. I was telling a homegirl the other day, you might not be a lady, but you do got game. And I appreciate Meadow and anybody with a good mouthpiece, period. So
yeah,
I saw you. I got a good look at you at the party, and now I'm coming over here to, dare I say, shoot my shot. Like if the shot ain't shot, I'm letting you know that you can shoot, that is available.
Hey,
And I just appreciated that. And I have, not being too anecdotal, the comparison to Fonnie and Tish is perfect. As somebody who dallies in the distances, I it is always different when a man is in my world versus me in theirs.
mm-hmm.
It's a different level of comfort. Uh dare I say swag?
Mm-hmm.
Your demeanor, attitude is different when I'm in your space, in your comfort zone, this, that, and the third. I think when you come here, it's like, this is my territory, this is my turf. So you got to acquiesce to figuring out whatever the fuck I'll be doing, you know?
I know exactly what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. And I think, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. And that makes complete sense. It makes complete sense.
Yeah.
And
so shout out to Meadow. Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Meadow, and also just having natural, good conversation. Like they just
For
talk
sure.
about, what it is that they do, and they both have shit going on, so that's always exciting too. So if if you're in the mundaneness or the regularness part of your life, I can understand how maybe you have to dig a little bit deeper. But she's mentioned her work's gonna be at an exhibit, and he like, that's a flex. She has what he has what she does. Like, and I love it because that's how things happen in life sometimes. I just go around and make this character drive around the city, all like Mr. Rager. Yeah, that's me. And she was really into it, like, oh shit. But also, once you said it, I'm about to be Cosmic Comics. You're like, oh, don't let them Deadpool up your shit. Kind of similar to what Lynn was talking about. Like, don't let people like Lynn convince you that what you did to get in here
isn't
enough. Like, that's why they got you. And he even said it to Lynn, like, I think they brought me in because they like what I do. I don't think they want to shift it out. But she, kind of said it, and they had their little moment of, I thought you were gonna take me to this, vegan sandwich burger spot. Yeah, exactly. And she talking her shit. She said, and Rachel, that moment, like I said, this is the first date.
Yeah.
That when you out to eat, which is already intimate, and that, do you trust me?
You're
gonna get too special. Now I'm ordering the food for you. Meadow was play as fuck. I ain't gonna hold you.
He got game.
Meadow play as fuck.
Girl.
Yeah.
Come on, Meadow. Get you an artsy chick.
And then he loved it. He loved the burger, and I love how she told him, yeah, not bad for what was it? What was the what she said? Mung
bean.
Yeah, mung bean vegan burger and all that. Not bad, huh? And then from there, for me, that's when they did a really good job with directing this part and animating it, where there's a lot of subtle, intimate moments. There's a moment, for example, when they're walking down the street, and before we even get to the restaurant, they had the conversation about, you walking on the outside is the one. I thought of you because this is something you would say. That's the one chivalrous thing that I do like. And he said, why? Because that means you would die for me.
Period.
Like, go ahead and die for me. I want to see how real it is.
And on your life. What are you doing?
But once they leave, they're walking down the street, and she's about to cross the street when it's about to turn yellow, and he puts his hand on her shoulder to just kind of bring her back. Once again, not a big deal, but a small, intimate, like, I got you type of thing. Giving her his hoodie when it's raining. Showing her his first Mr. Rager work, like doing the unveiling. And they're both in their own world, Rachel, where I'm pulling down these posters to show you my very first piece, which, once again, how many times has he actually done that? How many people actually know about that?
Yeah.
Very intimate. And I pull out my camera. When I say I mean Meadow, pull out my camera. I'm watching Your Element. We both in our thing. It just meshed perfectly.
Yes. Back to your photograph.
Back to the photograph. But guess what? It ends with the hug. Now, the never date your neighbor conversation. First time I ever heard this was How to Be a Player with Bill Bellamy. There's a scene in there where he mentions he dated a neighbor, and it just didn't end bad. I mean, in Will, there were a lot of people who would have the same thing. And we see Kai, played by Ty Dolla $ign, pretty much saying the same thing. He has this wild ass random story about some Russian chick that lived in his building that he was hitting in the laundry room or whatever the case is.
And that's
But
what he did.
that is what he get. But the point remains, that can be a tricky situation.
For sure.
And you don't want to really rush into it. I think we all are adults and know who we can tolerate. But if you know you're playing around, then don't do it. But if you know it's something real, then I think it's something to explore.
Yeah.
If I know I'm about to be out here playing around and having women come through, and you're gonna have access to see these women come through, I'm not entering that world. It's gonna cost too much. This is my piece.
For
and
sure.
I just paid buku money to move here.
For sure.
I'm not doing it. Why you get weak?
I'm having a flashback of a brief encounter with a neighbor that I had at one point.
Yeah, it's if people both know, once again, insecure. When Issa was in her whole phase, she got the old buddy downstairs. You know,
shout out to Leon Thomas.
Shout out to Leon Thomas. Yeah, that was Leon Thomas. It was cool until it wasn't. Until she went down there to, for a little appointment, and there's another chick in there answering the door. Yeah. And he talking about some, I ain't know this was that.
Yeah.
I thought it was just a little. So y'all, you really have to be on the same page if you're gonna be sharing the space, because somebody can get in their feelings when, the instant delivery ain't instant.
You should have just kept the bread fresh. What are you doing?
Yeah. It's a weird spot. So I understood Kai and him trying to give that advice. And later on, we see Jabari and Meadow have a chance meeting at the party. Another great night, Rachel. But it ends with Meadow using that rose.
I mean, a win is a win. A win is a win, but I appreciate that they did not go home together, because I love a yearner, and built up tension, and it's erotic, and obviously this is not that kind of podcast, but so I'll keep it cute. But here are these two people not trying to move too fast, trying to respect the internal boundaries and the voices of their friends about not sleeping with the neighbor, even though homegirl was telling her to go for it, But having the discipline and the wherewithal to just kind of be like, let me hold off until you can't.
Yeah.
Amen.
That is the easiest way to do it. I'm not mad. It kind of leads into chapter 4, Punan, where
Punani
Meadow, shout out to a movie we discussed about doing. Meadow's at the boxing gym, and she's letting out that frustration.
Yeah.
She, I guess that's a real thing, sexually frustrated.
For sure.
Ready to whoop some shit. I need to release. I need to let this out. The fellas were asking about the night, and Jabari says he's not trying to mess up the vibes. So while I do appreciate the yearning and I appreciate the boundaries being set, I can understand if I live next to this person, I can understand I want to be very calculated and very sure.
For sure.
And if I'm not, then it's better off to just kind of kick it. And it's perfectly fine to just get to know someone.
Yeah.
And just kind of let things develop naturally and see where they land, and not have to force the awkward first date conversation. Or so, what's your dating life like? What's this? What you think we can do? Like, nobody knows. Nigga, it's my first time meeting you. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm sure that's what her answer would have been. But to our point earlier, we both saw that there was something else there.
Yeah.
I agree with not rushing into it, but I also know, like, y'all niggas like each other. So I think that's
but just because we like each other, just because we like each other doesn't mean we have to make it physical off the rip. No, and I'm so anecdotal, not too much. I'm so torn on this factor of waiting and waiting and waiting, because sex can either ruin it or expedite it, or just either it's great or it's not, or it throws shit off kilter. You know what I'm saying? So
it can be both too.
It could be both. It could be both.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm happy, even if it was only one more day, I'm happy that they didn't in that night. So you don't wake up in the morning like you woke up at Carmen house, like, oh fuck, what am I doing here? Why did we do that?
100%. That, to your point, that was very well said. You said that perfectly. That is what you were trying to avoid.
Mm-hmm.
When it gets to them getting together, it was a magnet. We can't stay away. They opened that door and they knew what it was. There's no questions. We've both been feeling this. We probably both respect each other a lot more for not acting on it. But now it's reached a point where we can't help it. We have nothing to do with it at this moment. Like, this is a higher feeling. This is something else, and we were meant to be. And we get a little animated sex montage, which is funny in itself.
Crazy, because I didn't know what this shit was rated. Again, I'm thinking cartoon, maybe PG-13, but these fucking Sims was fucking.
Yeah.
Going
fucking when the Ty Dolla Sign in the laundromat, I'm like, what the fuck y'all got going on
what
here?
What is happening here?
Yeah. And Meadow, Jabari's getting advice from his fellas, and Meadow's getting advice from Karina, and she tells her about her real first date, busting it open and shit. And Meadow knows it's more than just sex.
Yeah.
And they both kind of take their own advice, and they have that moment, and they're riding, and that leads to the whole montage that we get, Rachel. Like, this one worked out, to your point, in the better situation where, okay, it makes sense, because it's not just going to be confusion after this happens. Actually, it brings clarity.
Yeah.
So we have sex, and it's going to lead to us riding bikes in the park, and now we at the photo booth, and we double date, and it felt like some high school shit. It felt like we was watching Forever. You know what I mean? Like some real first love type shit. And niggas can't have anything nice. Here come the bullshit happens.
Okay.
Might as well play Maya. Play that Maya. Exactly. It's after midnight. Yes. Literally. It's after midnight and she's on your phone, nigga.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? And you talk about, once again, being the audience and knowing what's going on. Well, technically we didn't know, but we knew enough about Jabari to know, like, I don't think you that fuck boy. You really slide back in the Carmen. I don't think it's that. But it was, we knew something happened, because we get the random text from Carmen with the sultry photo in his hoodie. The same hoodie you gave me our first date.
Crazy.
When it was raining, you let me wear that. Like, now I see another woman with it with her titties out.
You don't have no boundaries. No respect.
Cartoon titty. And it had a text, which, you left this yesterday. Some things just fit. Let me tell you something. Some things just fit is fucking wild. Like, I would have, don't. There's a scene later when Jimmy says, "Hey, bro, might be time to block her."
That's it. It was time that night. He should have blocked Carmen the morning he left her house. The morning he left, he should have blocked her.
Absolutely. When your bed is made up, as he mentioned, do you know how hard it is to make a bed with somebody still in it?
Bruh.
Only a woman can do that. Only a woman can do that. And left the phone on the pillow. I know I didn't leave it here last night. Yeah, you know what it is. You know she saw it, bruh. And Rachel, you know me personally well enough to know one thing a nigga can't stand. Don't send me no fucking thumbs up.
You hate a thumbs up.
If you want to irritate me, send me a thumbs up.
I have to consciously make sure I don't send you a thumbs up.
And I appreciate you. I love you for that, Rachel. I love you for that. I love you for that.
Sir, I am trying to acknowledge what you said. I'm not being dismissive. I promise. Got it.
I be wanting to text back, like, what you mean by that? Like, what you mean? Why you thumbs up? Give me an excellent. Give me an exclamation point. Yeah, give me something, man. That thumbs up, man. That'd be fucking
So
people
that's
up.
what I
Now they
usually
got
do now. Exclamation point.
yeah, that's what we get. Exactly. It's either the heart or the exclamation. And now they got the extra shit. You can put the fire emoji. It's too many options, man. Don't be thumbs
Don't
up
give
at
me
me,
that
y'all.
basic ass thumb.
Don't
You're
give me that
nuts.
basic ass thumb. And it's even worse. What's I'm only laughing because my mama be thumbs up at me. So that's even more funny. But I can't tell moms don't thumbs up me.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Moms
You're
just
the
got
best
it.
you can.
But she does man, boy, she's doing the best she can. But she's like Meadow though. She don't thumbs up the message. She sends the actual thumbs up emoji, which is even more funny. But shout out to moms, man. Some things just fit is. How do you explain that to your girl?
You
Why
can't.
is she
And
texting
that's
you?
why
You
he
can't.
couldn't. It's nothing that you can say. You getting this random tag. You been gone all day. You
All day.
come lay up in my bed.
Mm-hmm.
We can't even sleep good because your phone going off. Well, I can't sleep good because you knocked out. Your phone going off. It's this bitch texting you at 1:00 in the morning. Are you fucking crazy? Not just texting you this suggestive photo in your sweatshirt that, to your point, you just let me wear that shit. So anybody can wear this sweatshirt. You just leaving this shit anywhere. You're careless. You a careless nigga. Yeah. And that's what all of this is saying.
Yeah, and you're 100% right. So we'll dig into that real quick. Fellas, first and foremost, we're all grown enough and we've been through this enough to know the hoop shorts, the sweatshirts, like them ain't yours no more.
Yeah.
And that's like a territorial property type of thing. That's a a woman can't wear your hoodie and then see another woman in that same hoodie.
Yeah.
It's just not, I don't care how long it's been over. It's just a form of disrespect at that point. So he should have known that, even though when we see, and this is what makes things worse. So we get to chapter 5, it was yellow. We see what actually happened.
Yeah.
Because Carmen and Jabari are doing the whole let's try to be friends thing. They got to learn for themselves. There is a rat in Carmen's and she called Jabari. What makes it worse when you talk about him being careless, this literally was an in and out. Like you were in there, took your hoodie off, saw the rat, and you dipped as well. And you just were so scared of the rat that you forgot your hoodie. It was nothing else. That's what makes it worse, bro. You could have easily. What do you always say, Rachel? Omission. Something about omission.
Omission is the ultimate betrayal.
Omission is the ultimate betrayal. Yeah, I believe that's it. You could have told Meadow and just been all the way real. Just say, listen, I know this is fresh because I don't think they'd even been established. We know that they got something. I don't know. We didn't see it if it was, even though they taking bike rides and all that. They on some Darius and once again, I feel like all these movies are intersecting. They on some Darius and Nina shit. Like, we just kicking it. You know, when they both were trying to front like it wasn't what it was. But I do feel that you can have a conversation with Meadow. I don't think there's anything that she's shown that shows that you can't be open and honest with her. She took you to her secret spot on day one. The least I owe you was some real shit on some, like something odd happened. And I just had a realization that, me and my ex ran into each other. We decided that we were going to be friends and she called me over for this X, Y, Z. I'm realizing I don't want to be friends with her and whatever the case was. I just want you to know I was over there, nothing happened. But I'm really, that's a way, it's almost a way you can take your relationship further. That realization of, this is what I really want to happen. But maybe he wasn't thinking that or didn't know he wanted to take it further until you lose your girl.
Until she got the fuck on up out of there.
Yeah, and
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, and I've said it already 17 times, that she should have been blocked that night. No way am I calling a nigga that's going to be equally as scared of the rat to come help me with the rat.
Yeah.
Carmen could not accept the rejection that Jabari gave her. And so until then, I'm gonna find whatever way possible to lure you back into my space because again, Nani knows what Nani knows. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna get you back into this space. I'm gonna get you back into this comfort zone. Like, okay, maybe me putting my mom on the phone was too much. Let me just do this. Let me let you come over here and be the man.
Mm-hmm.
You was in there 2 seconds. You talking about how hot it was. You weren't planning to stay. Why did you take your hoodie off? Again, you being careless. This is stupid. Why are you doing this? And now, even though we're not established, you putting me in a position to have another bitch make me look crazy and feel crazy. Yellow thumbs
Mm-hmm.
up. I'm
Mm-hmm.
cool.
Ain't nothing worse than having relationship problems than you ain't in a relationship.
For
Seriously, that's
sure.
like some of the worst shit ever.
For
Like,
sure.
I'm not in a relationship, but I'm having relationship problems. To your point, I thought the same thing. Why you taking off your hoodie? What are you taking off your hoodie gonna do with you catching this rat? Knowing you scary.
Come on.
Like if I know I'm scared of rats, I'm telling her up front, like, hey, I don't.
You're in an
I can
apartment.
I can tell you on the phone to get an exterminator. Like I don't fuck. I
That's
said straight
it.
up, I don't fuck with rats. The fuck you calling me for?
Your apartment don't have an extermination service?
Yeah, it's New York City.
They got to.
Yeah, you got to.
Call the super.
Super? Hey, super? Nah, that's real shit. All that super.
The fuck is
And
you
tell
calling
him to
me
get
for?
down here.
Yeah, come on
I ain't got
now.
nothing for you. They do this shit every day.
And
They're
he's so
trained.
stupid, he didn't even catch the play. Now you caught up.
Yeah, and that's the other thing about it that's a little bit surprising. Things are
Mhm.
going so well with Meadow, and don't get me wrong, this is where I'm interested in how old they are. I'm taking they're in their 20s.
20s.
They're definitely in their 20s.
Hmm.
And this is some 20 shit. If you're in your 30s, you don't even know. You can fall for the okey doke, even though you know the friendship thing is a hoax. Um, you know better than to go over there.
You
Like,
know better
why are
than to
you
go over
calling me?
there. Hmm.
Like, I'd have played it back on it. Call one of your niggas on the app. Tell them
That's
to come
it.
through.
You on Thrush?
Yeah, like you got it. Like, go ahead. I'm cool. I got other shit going on.
He should have blocked her that night. That
You're right.
morning when you put them shoes on, she should have been blocked before you hit the door.
Hmm. And that's another thing too. So we don't really know because he goes bike ride and
Hmm.
talks to Jimmy, and we see Jordan. Oh, it was Jaden Smith, and we see downtown Pat, and he kind of gets this recollection. Of this, he's talking to them and realizing, you know what? Let me stop overthinking this and just go
Hmm.
come see about her. You
Period.
know, and that's when I realized, oh, this is all one day. Like this hadn't
Hmm.
been too much time. There was the morning, and he goes, he's about to knock on her door. Oh, actually, before that even happens, he goes, holla at Carmen.
Hmm.
We see closure on that hoodie the entire movie,
Yeah.
and now it finally comes into play. Where I don't think as friends we should be sending these type of pictures to each other. And Carmen's just on some like, yo, you done.
It ain't nothing you ain't
That's the
never seen.
thing. Exactly. That's the thing when it gets tricky. You don't know where it is. Like this, there's still that comfort there. So Carmen ain't tripping. Like it's you. So this is how we do.
Hmm.
Yeah, he definitely should have blocked it, but he never has before. So Carmen
Hmm.
thinks she got it like that, and then he has to say, "I was," he tells her, we shouldn't be doing this, and I was with someone. To which she, and I feel her, you fucked me a month ago,
Hmm.
and you told me to my face that you didn't want to be with anybody.
I didn't know that lady. I
I
hadn't
ain't
even
know
met
that.
her yet.
Ain't that some real shit though? Like
It
I
is.
really
It is.
didn't want to. The one thing about when people fall in love, or they have an, I won't even say fall in love. When there's an instant connection or attraction,
Hmm.
like, you don't really see it coming. It's not like
Yeah.
not everybody goes out seeking it. It's just one of those things where like, oh shit, like that was real dope, and you kind of build from it from there. So I'm sure Jabari would have enjoyed being in the bachelor pad that Kyle was trying to put the velvet couches in and the stripper poles. I'm sure he
Hmm.
would have enjoyed just having a moment just to kind of chill. But here he is dating his neighbor, and he really didn't think of it like that. And you could tell, like he didn't mean to hurt Carmen.
Yeah.
Like that wasn't his goal. But also, I don't know if how honest he was about like, oh, Carmen, you ain't. I don't even want you holding on to the hope that we gonna be something because I'm really not in that space, and we can't be friends because it's deeper than that. She told him, I wasn't trying to be friends, nigga.
That's it. That's why she should have been blocked, and he knew that. That
Mm-hmm.
we can still be friends is a cop out, especially if we weren't friends.
Yeah.
If we were together or it was a primarily physical relationship, trying to circle back to, oh yeah, we could still be friends. We weren't friends. We were familiar. We was cool because XYZ, but friends? Nah, dog. Especially if I still want you in any capacity. If I don't want you, whatever. But if I'm just inviting you to my niece's christening a month ago, got you talking to my mama fresh off the late night session,
Mm-hmm.
I don't really want to be your friend. And
Yeah.
I can hear RP sing, don't be so love starved, Carmen girl, because you should have took that as your peace out. Like, let me not never, but
Yeah.
you know,
Now you
heart
got a
won't, the
great
heart
point,
won't.
and that's why that's a great point, and that's why I would made it so much worse. And you talk about Jabari needing to block Carmen. Carmen had no. Carmen told that nigga, "You'll be blocked before you get downstairs."
Period.
Like, and that's what it is. That's how
And
you
that's
do
what
it,
it
Jabari.
is. Mm-hmm.
That's how you do it. She didn't even have to tell him. Like, honestly, it could have just. He should have known. Like, bro, you blocked ASAP. Like, all of this shit is over. It's done. That's what we doing. The block
Mm-hmm.
is crazy. The block is wild. I ain't gonna hold you. The block is never. It's undefeated.
I don't even want to be
Um,
tempted.
it's undefeated. It's sending that message and then bouncing back. Y'all, that's something else. That's something else. It's been years since I've been blocked by someone. Um, I'll take that back. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. I'm sorry. It has been years, but sooner than what I forgot. Damn. Not to get too anecdotal,
I
Rachel.
wouldn't even talk about you.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't have outed you like that.
Fair. That's a good point. That's a good point. I outed my damn self. Look at that. Look at me.
Not hit dogs hollering.
Hit dogs holler. You hear that? Never mind, man. Fuck it.
Bodie.
Shout out to the black Bodie right here chilling. Shout out to the block button, man.
For
block
sure.
Feature.
For sure.
All that mute, block, all of that comes into play. We see Meadow getting ready for an art exhibit, and we meet Nadia.
Yeah.
You know, interesting character to say the least. But really, Jabari's trying to get at Meadow, you know, later that evening, knocking on the door and sees her coming off the elevator. You could tell from that, like, damn, I didn't want to see this nigga.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no real conversation. Things are cold, and he's, you know, I know that was fuckboyish of me, and I know what it looks like, but it ain't that. And once you have to explain yourself after the fact,
it's too late.
Your story is tainted. Even if it is true, even if we know it, she doesn't. That's just some wild shit to wake up to.
For sure.
After all the shit, and we probably just got finished having sex or whatever the case is. I'm looking at her in my hoodie because I'm sure Meadow's looking at that now. That's my hoodie.
Period.
It's at her house. You was really over there? Okay, bet. Like, I don't even want to know.
It don't matter.
I'm sure, exactly. Like, it doesn't matter what she was over there for. Like, the fact that she has that access to you, that you coming over on a whim, that lets me know that maybe this ain't what I thought it was. So I can understand Meadow just saying, you know, listen, we got a lot going on. We just need to take a second. Get back to what we was doing before this, and nobody wants to hear that.
For sure.
Nobody wants to hear that.
For sure.
And then that leads us to our final chapter, where you have it's doing on purpose. You have your moping stage. So I really like this person, not just regular. Like, I really fuck with them. I can see myself with them. Both of them are thinking about hitting the other up. They don't do it.
They don't.
Ego, pride, it's in the way. They don't want to be the first person to reach out, which is weird because they live next to each other. And as we can see, like, Jabari if he sees her, he's stopping and hiding behind shit so they don't have to interact. And it's like, all right, this is once again That's why you don't fuck with your neighbors, because now it's uncomfortable at
Exactly.
home.
Exactly.
Um, we see that photo of Jabari that Meadow took
Mm-hmm.
their first date, and she's having the conversation with Nadia about Nadia seasoning like, yo, like this the best
That's the
one.
one. This my favorite.
It's my favorite one. And she said,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm not sure about it. I don't know if it fits. I don't know if it I don't know if it matches. And obviously that's a metaphor for her actual feelings for
For
Jabari
sure.
in her life at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what do you have to say about when other people can see something, even though she has nothing, not even know nothing about that's her dude, or they having struggles, but just knowing something about this, maybe the love and care you took this photo with, I can just tell like it's different from the rest of them. Like, there's something about it, and I can see it. But hey, you know better than me. Which once again, a bar, you know better than me. I ain't here to say it was, but this looks like it fits.
For
It looks like
sure.
it's the centerpiece of what you're doing.
So I feel a couple ways. Nadia is also an artist. And so she too has an eye. Even if her medium is different than Meadows.
Mm-hmm.
So I can appreciate that just from a fellow artist standpoint. You see something here. I appreciate that. However, I also believe in kismet. And for those who don't know, it's fate, destiny, or a predetermined, inevitable turn of events, or relationship. Like this is kismet. It's meant to be no matter what. I understand that some relationships are enigmas. I think this is a little bit of all of that. It's something that we weren't expecting, but we felt destined and bonded to one another very early.
Mm-hmm.
Here is this one picture of all the pictures that I took. This one, it means something, and it meant something that night, you know?
You know what I thought of too? You know what other movie I thought of with that?
What?
Being the Muse, Really Love.
Oh, really love. Oh yeah. Oh my God. Shout out to Black Love.
Yeah, all these movies are intersecting. All
Shout
movies we
out to
covered.
Black Love. We love a
Yep.
muse. We love a
Mm-hmm.
muse. Um, I wasn't mad. But when a relationship or situation is all of those things, it's gonna be palpable to other people. Um,
That's a bar. That's a very good point.
I'm not gonna say one of my favorite things, but it's something to for your people, especially your people, but strangers is funny because they have no knowledge of either of you. It's just y'all are cute or that's something. But for
Mm-hmm.
your people to watch you with say a partner in whatever capacity, I get it.
Yeah.
And Meadow and Jabari instantaneously had that. I get it. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
not surprised that other people not in their orbit also got it.
Yeah. And it's not, and to your point, it's so powerful that it's not even, I'm not even seeing you both in the physical. I'm just seeing you holding this photo of him, and
That's
I can
it.
tell
That's it.
it's something.
Hmm.
Like something about this just speaks to me. Whatever that is, I can just
Yeah.
tell.
Yeah.
And I can read that through the art. Like you said, the artist, I think that was a great comparison.
Hmm.
And she's debating whether or not the picture is going to make the show, which is also code for if Jabari is even going to stick around in her life.
Hmm.
Jabari's meeting with his sister, who was actually Kid Cudi's real sister,
Oh,
who was
okay.
his big sister in the movie. And you just kind of summed it up when your people know. Like you barely called me on my birthday. You called me
You
about this
called me
girl.
about this girl.
I know it's something real. Smack him upside the head. Like, have you reached out? No. Boom. Like, what are you doing? Like, you can't you got to try. What do you say? I tried. Well, you keep trying,
Yeah.
keep trying, and try again because this type of love is not common
For sure.
and it's not rare. Even Karina said something about like it's hard to find love in the city.
It
Like
is.
everybody, it's not. Don't let this just fall through because y'all got ego or you don't know how to really stand outside with the boombox. and really get your girl back, especially when there's some bullshit. Like,
For sure.
if I'm Jabari and I knew it was some bullshit, I'm doing whatever I can to tell you, like, nah, I'm not going. I'm not going. Shout out to school. I'm not going.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, like we gotta do whatever. And we get to the art show and we see Metal, and it's frustrating because we've seen this as well, where people are upset by said results, but they did nothing to change the results.
Mhm.
I don't think he's coming. What, did you invite him? Nah. Like,
But
what?
will come.
And it was the same with Jabari.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's why his sister was smacking him upside the head. Like, what are y'all doing?
Come on, y'all.
And I love Karina's advice. Like, yo, this is nice about you. And it's okay to be disappointed. It's okay to be in your feelings. Everyone out here is looking for their person, if that's what you're looking for. But you got to be willing to put yourself out there. And it's on you. At the end of the day, and that was her subtle way. It was a very soft, safe friendship.
Yeah.
Where I'm not going to. Not everyone needs the you wilding out, you acting dumb, go get them. Sometimes the soft love is just.
Oh, I don't do brutally honest.
Yeah, like not that brutally honest shit is a little bit overrated. Like, there's always a way to land it, because I'm a big believer in if there's a disagreement and somebody starts cussing at me, then the conversation is kind of out the window. All I hear is you cussing at me. Because who the fuck you talking to? Versus we can have a regular conversation and really work whatever it is out. It doesn't even need to be escalated. So, brutally honest, all you focus on is the delivery and not what's actually going on. And it could be very good advice, but learn how to give it in a better way. That's a little soapbox moment. But either way, she just pretty much told her it's on you. Like, if you want them to be here, you can call them and tell them. Even though I know you said something before, somebody's got to be able to make that first move.
For sure.
And Meadow's discussing her work. This is when Kenya Barris, she's a moderator. She's discussing her work and her inspiration about photography. And Jabari pulls up.
Period. Come see about me.
Did I say Barris? Did I say I meant Barris? I don't know what I said.
Barris.
It's Kenya Barris. Anyway, come see about me. Jabari pulled up, and we knew he was going to pull up because he knew that was the night. We knew he didn't forget. However, it wasn't the typical. This is like a Harry Met Sally moment, not all the way, but just the showing up at the end, like the party, the New Year's Eve, whatever the case is. It wasn't that typical. Okay, you're here. I'm going to come down. We have our conversation. Meadow gives this beautiful speech about photography, but she's really talking to Jabari.
For sure.
Once again, it's tied in another black movie. This is the When Did You Fall in Love with Hip Hop? Brown Sugar.
Brown Sugar.
You know what I mean? Like, all these elements are sprinkled in. And
I wonder if that's intentional. Probably not, but shout out to Parallel.
I think we're just good. If I humbly say so. I think we watch a lot of romance movies.
For sure.
And we can easily spot. Obviously, all work is inspired by other work.
Yeah.
So whether it's intentional or not, I'm sure parts of it were. But I think that we can easily pull moments and just say, because Insecure, I don't even know if that episode was out. I guess it was. I don't know. Either way, I just think we watch a lot of romance shit.
Yeah.
But she's talking about how photography and capturing the moment and stopping time. And when we're too scared and when we don't know how to move forward, and once again, talking directly to Jabari, but he dips out and she's looking for him. And I'm thinking, like, so that's the thing. It's not your traditional moment in a movie where you think that she's going to turn that corner and he's going to be looking at the picture of himself. He's not there.
Yeah.
Like, she's walking all through these halls and not there. And we see Jabari, and you can pull this off because it's animated or animation. He sees that billboard for McDonald's, the city's favorite burger. And you took me to your secret spot day one. Let me talk to you in a language that you know.
That you understand.
We had a little bit of a similar conversation. It's not a movie parallel. It's a podcast episode parallel. Malcolm and Marie. And how I remember you talking about, the music, the playing this song. That's something that you speak to, Rachel. That's something that you
sure.
understand. That's how you can communicate when the words aren't necessarily coming out yourself, and vice versa. Um, and he knew versus this conversation, oh, I messed up. I need you. I never want to go through that again. Let me show you and do this very sweet gesture
Yeah.
using my art that you love and appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make this Mr. Rager and put this is the second best burger. It's
Period.
almost like a bat signal as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because now you know where to meet me.
Come on, baby.
You know where I'm headed. I just heard you say you was hungry.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, we about to head there. So it was that bat signal, and they meet up back where it started, and they share that kiss. And it was a perfect way to end the movie. And obviously you had the dating scam. The dating app was a scam.
Of course, cuz.
$150 million whatever dollars. Yeah, put your credit card information. I better watch out. And obviously the tribute to Virgil with the billboard. But that's the movie. A very traditional love story told in a very untraditional way with the animation. But it worked. It worked perfectly. And I see why people love it. Yeah.
Shout out to y'all. Thanks for the suggestions.
Yeah, appreciate the suggestion. It was fun to watch and very unique way of storytelling. And like I said, based on the fact that it was supposed to be a series, it flowed that way. I would have, let me ask you this. Would you have been interested in additional seasons?
Yes.
Seeing Metal and Jabari. I would have been too. I would have been too. I would have loved to see what that looked like and just kind of follow. I haven't followed an animated series since Boondocks, probably.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Early Boondocks.
Yeah, early Boondocks. So it just would have been cool to be connected with something like that. I know there's a lot of adult cartoons that people still watch, but
Family Guy.
I personally, Family Guy, Rick and Morty, all that shit y'all be watching. I don't be watching it, but shout out to y'all. You got any best quotes?
No.
Okay, I got a few.
Pooh needs. Pooh knows what Pooh needs.
Hey, it's a bar.
It is.
So some of these are just silly. Is that the Beyonce niggas? I thought that was hilarious because the niggas, the twins, shout out to them. Is that the Beyonce niggas? Because I would have said the same shit if I was out there and saw them. You trifling, you busting it open at Ninja New York. My name is Jabari. No, hold on. This is Kai in the bodega. My name is Jabari, and a bad bitch wants to have sex with me, and I'm too scared of the pussy. Wah, wah. Because niggas are ridiculous. So why would you do that?
Niggas are bullies.
Hey, that's just hilarious. My name is Jabari. Bad bitch wants to have sex with me. This is from Downtown Pat. Shit, yo. It ain't true love unless the police are involved.
Amen.
Take that how you may. He also had another bar. Love is a motherfucker, boys. It'll find us all. It'll hurt us all. But it's the only thing that'll save us all.
Yeah, that was
bar.
Good.
And lastly, this is from Jabari's big sister. Love is the easiest thing in the world when it happens by accident, but it doesn't get real until you do it on purpose.
Yeah.
Once again, a bar. I feel like I heard that somewhere else. I feel like that's a quote from someone, but I could just be making that up. That might have just come from this movie. I don't know. Shout out. Did you have a scene stealer?
So I didn't really know how to do this. No. Maybe Downtown Pat?
It was Kai. Just because he was so ridiculous. It was you need a friend like that just over the top and what you would call today still subscribing to like the toxic masculinity, still calling the women bitches.
Yeah.
All about the sex and all that, and make bullying your friends into not having sex because they want to be gentlemen and make sure they protect their feelings. You know, just people like that. He was just ridiculous and it was just funny. It was just funny. When you know somebody like Kai, it just makes it even more.
And we do.
Yeah, we do for sure. Things that bother you? Anything?
I thought I understand the build, but it started off kind of wonky for me. A little, not really slow, but a little slow. That's really it. But otherwise, not really.
Yeah, getting into chapter 3, you really don't know it's a love story. What's going on?
Right.
I like the Carmen of it. The more you watch it, you can appreciate it when you know what's about to happen.
Exactly.
But if it's your first
Exactly.
watch, it's like, yo, where are we going with this?
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
if you are into animated, it might be a quick exit. Like I'm already not into this shit. Let me get out of here. But it's worth the wait. It pays
It was
off.
hard that
Um,
first watch.
that's how it always is. That's why we got the 30-minute rule. We in
Hey.
school. So yeah, give you 30 minutes to convince us.
Yeah.
Um, Only thing you said it multiple times. Block that woman.
Block that
Block
man.
that woman, man.
Block that woman. Let these people go. You know you don't have no intentions on dealing with them, and you know that they have developed feelings for you. Let them people go. It's a headache to keep them around. Don't do it. Reconsider.
Mm. Mm. Any actors from The Wire? No. Come
No.
see About Me. We talked about it. Jabari went to go see about it. He changed the billboard. I'm sure that's some kind of offense. I'm sure I don't
Yeah,
vandalism. I don't know. I'm sure it's something.
probably.
McDonald's probably spent a lot of money on that
Oh,
billboard.
you
They
know
probably
it. You know it.
yeah. And it's you bold because Mr. Rager. Now we know you got a comic deal. We know who you are, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but that's the beauty of the movie magic. Any actors from The Wire? No. Soundtrack. I mentioned Intergalactic. That was a Kid Cudi album. Had a lot of guest features. Ty Dolla $ign, Andre 3000.
Kid
Wouldn't let
Cudi's
that
from
happen to me.
Cleveland, right?
Cleveland. Yep, he's from Cleveland. Ohio's very own.
Ohio's very own, baby.
Shout out to OH. Wouldn't let that happen to me.
No. I would like to say I would have been mature enough to confront Jabari about Carmen's text, but I would have did the same thing. I would have pieced eyes on his ass too.
Yeah, probably especially in your 20s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And 30s.
Yeah, 30s. Nah, I think 30s. Actually, you know what? You probably are more. Now that you say that, I think people are so much more at peace in their 30s that they more likely are to argue or address it in their 20s. In 30s, you do exactly what you did. I don't even want to hear what you got to say.
You got it.
You got it. It's cool. I remember that happened to me once, and it was in college where a woman, something happened. I'm definitely not telling that story here, but at a party, and something happened, and this woman, she didn't care what it like. And I felt her. I understood where she was coming from. I couldn't say nothing.
Yeah.
But it was just nothing I can say. It is what
There's
it is.
nothing to say.
Yeah, you just got to take that chin, take that L on the chin, and that's what it was. All right, Rachel.
Uh-huh.
We get to the end of the film.
I'm ready.
People rate it. I'm looking up one thing before I say this, just to make sure that I'm not tripping.
And please know, y'all, I do enjoy this movie. And
Yeah,
I
it's a
will
good
watch
movie.
it again.
It's a good movie. The average viewer rates Intergalactic a 7.4 out of 10. You know what else has a 7.4 out of 10?
What?
Love Jones.
We know
You
that.
know, yeah, that's way too low. But this is pretty much higher than most of the black rom-coms or love stories that you would think of. For example, Love and Basketball was a 7.2. So I don't know what causes that uptick in the rating to where it's got a higher ranking than those films. Once again, these are user ratings, so they're already fluctuated. Just for example, right now there's a ratings war between Breaking Bad and The Night of the Seven Kingdoms. If anybody's interested in that, you can look it up. There's some. Long story short, Breaking Bad had the only perfect episode, 10 out of 10 on IMDb. And Night of the Seven Kingdoms, I guess their fifth episode, it started out perfect. So Breaking Bad fans went to bomb the ratings to lower it, and in response, the Night of the Seven Kingdom fans bombed Breaking Bad. So it was a 10 out of 10 for 13 years, and now it's like a 9.7 because people are rating bombs each other. So I say all that to say these are user ratings, and people can get childish. So that's why we do our own ratings because some of these are too low. But 7.4 out of 10, Rachel, too high, too low, just right.
I'm too high for me. I might go 7-1. But also, quick sidebar. A Night of the Seven Kingdom is just fucking phenomenal. Can't wait for season 2. Go ahead.
That's funny. Speaking of which, House of the Dragon comes back in June.
in
But
June.
it's
Mhm.
funny we haven't discussed this because Rachel was not in episode 1 of Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Episode 1, Rachel was like,
I was
this shit's
not
supposed to be
about to
funny.
watch
It
that
ain't
shit.
funny.
I was
I'm not
pissed.
watching it. Literally, you said I'm not about to watch this shit. That's literally. Um, but now I'm glad to see that things have turned around. So now you got me wanting to watch it and
That
get into it. I
goddamn
said I was just
episode
gonna binge it. Did
5.
it finish? Is this episode? They said episode 5 was the one.
Ooh, sat up in my seat. Yeah, it ended
Okay.
this past Sunday.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and binge that. So
They
we'll.
only like 30 minutes.
That's what somebody was saying, like 30 minutes. So all right, 7 point. You had 7.1. I agree. I'm not mad at people for the 7.4 because I get it. But I it just didn't. I know I don't have the same love for it as other. I like it. I really do.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'll continue to watch it. I'll continue to go back to it. I'm at a 7.1 as well. I can't in my right knowledge rank it above Love Jones and Love and
Yeah.
Basketball.
Yeah.
And y'all know my thoughts on Love and Basketball. But that's, we don't have to rehash that here. But a rose, bouquet of the whole damn garden.
It's the last week of romance month. I'm gonna give it a bouquet.
It's a bouquet because
A bouquet.
even if you don't want, even if it's not the story, which is a good story, the animation and just the visuals are just incredible.
Yeah.
Great soundtrack. Overall, it works. It makes you. It's a fun movie in a sense, and it makes you kind of want to be in the world, even though you know it's animated and it's cartoon. You kind of want to get dropped into this world and see what's going on because
For sure.
it's just a fun time. And for us, looking back on your 20s and what that was like, yeah, I rock with it. So I'm giving it a bouquet as well.
Speaking of bouquet, somebody sent me a bouquet of peonies, but they still in the bulb form.
I wonder if they knew that going into it.
The flower shop, when I looked at the thing, it say that it ships them in the bulb so they last longer.
Okay, shout out to them.
But I did see that on the thing.
Yeah, they probably didn't. Yeah, they probably didn't. But it is what it is. Shout out to you, Rachel. Happy birthday once again. Happy early birthday.
Thank you.
Absolutely. We appreciate y'all. Remember to hit us up. Instagram, Culture Garden Podcast. Leave comments, subscribe, share. Hit us up. You'll make it to an episode. We'll be back next week. School will be back next week.
Hey.
Romance Month is officially, 4th annual is officially wrapped. We'd love to hear y'all thoughts on this episode, and we will catch you in March. Y'all be cool. How y'all be cool.
Peace out. We got y'all. Bye, y'all.
We got y'all.